We're in the city formerly known as Cedar Park. We're calling it Chicago tonight. It's the Windy City as the wind is blowing in from the outfield. But it is an overcast day, a good breeze going through, and it's baseball, Jonathan.
Baseball time in Texas. Sorry, I beat you to it.
Yeah, but you probably don't say it quite like I do.
Nope. Hello, sports fans, and welcome.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Michael Francis alongside Mr. Jonathan Kaspar as the Raiders are back to district play coming off of the weekend loss against College Station. And look to keep on their winning ways, taking the sweep versus Hayes last week.
Yes, they did, and that was much, with a slight bit shorter game than what we had Tuesday night. Able to polish off the Hayes Hawks in 6 innings.
But
versus
as long as ours was,
yeah,
Leander Cedar Park went 15.
15.
Went 15 innings. My goodness.
Yes, they did, and ours was only 13, folks. So it could have been worse. And
it definitely could have. So Cedar Park comes into tonight. They're 6-11 overall and 3-3 in district play. They're coached by Ben Huffman. He's in his 5th year with 91 wins. He's assisted by Jaime Perez, Brendan McCarthy, and Alan Marrow. Their 2024 record was 28-8. They were 12-2 and regional quarterfinalists where they fell to the Rouse Raiders to end their season last year.
Broken record.
And they have 4 returning starters. Rouse Raiders come into tonight 13-6-2 overall, 4-2 in district play. They're coached by Chad Crimpine. He's in his 24th year with 528 career wins. He's assisted by Manny Perez, Drew David, Will Noble, and their 2024 record was 34-10, 10-4 in district play, and state semifinalists. They have 4 returning starters as well. So we do have some scores from last week.
Yes, we do, Michael. And quick review of District Week 3 around 25-5A. Game 1, Liberty Hill taking down Lockhart 8-0 at Lockhart, and then doing the same thing at home, blanking them again, winning 10-0. Again, Hayes and Rouse. Rouse, we were able to get that squeak out win at home in 13 innings and 5 hours worth of work, winning 9-8. And then turning around and getting the offense going early, winning 14-3 against Hayes at their place. Glenn and Lehman. Glenn beating Kyle Lehman 6-3, improving their record. And then Lehman flipping the script and beating Glenn at home 3-1. Cedar Park losing to Leander. Leander winning a home game 5-2, and then Cedar Park squeaking out that 5-4 win here at their field in 15 innings worth of work. And how that makes us look here on the standings for your 25-5A. Liberty Hill sits atop 6-0 undefeated, 14-5 overall. Rouse in second place, 4-2, 13-6 overall. Then you have a 4-way tie for 3-3 with Glenn, Kyle Lehman, Hayes Hawks, and Cedar Park, all splitting those series that they've played so far. And then rounding it out, Lockhart and Leander finishing at 1-5.
So it's Military Appreciation Day here, Military First Responder Appreciation Day here at Cedar Park.
Excellent, excellent. Love to see that, and always much appreciation and much love to our armed forces and first responders that are out there that help keep us protected and safe as we make our way around the streets, and then obviously the military keeping us free, and safe from abroad.
And as you can see, Cedar Park has a brand new turf field. Much like Rouse, everything looks the same with exception of the halo, where it's the Cedar Park black and green.
Yes, and they do not have, as you pointed out, circles for the on deck.
Yeah, they may be on underneath. Those are bigger than what the turf circles are, I believe.
Okay.
So.
Principal served 4 years as a sergeant in the U.S. Marine Corps.
Hey, Michael, did we get an update on the 5A top 25?
We did.
We did. Okay, so we can do a quick review here. 5A top 25. No change at the very top. Lovejoy, Grapevine. Friendswood actually lowered down. They were top 3 for quite a while. But as we mentioned before, New Braunfels is right up there at number 5. Bernie Champion, number 7. And Bernie, number 10, along with Smithson Valley at number 20. So 4 of the in the top 25 from
26 5A.
26 5A, which will be our by-district competition in the first round of playoffs as long as we keep holding our spot here and take care of business and make our way into the playoffs.
So we didn't move up and we didn't move down. We stayed at 22.
Yep, Rouse right there at 22 and Liberty Hill at 17. So we have 2 of ours in that top 25.
Going over the lineup, leading off for the Raiders will be number 6, Connor Thompson in center field. Batting second will be the second baseman, number 12, Christian Caro. Batting third will be the shortstop, number 7, Jacob Solis. Batting fourth will be the first baseman, number 9, Mason Gonzalez. Batting fifth will be the designated hitter, number 11, Andrew Sanchez. He will be hitting for the starting pitcher this evening, number 23, Jack Doss. Batting sixth will be the right fielder, number 27, Adolfo Erives. Batting seventh will be the catcher, number 21, Carson Pruitt. Batting eighth will be the left fielder, number 3, Adrian Graves. And rounding out the order will be
batting ninth, playing third base,
the third baseman, number 1, Scott Knight.
And the pitcher, number 23, Jack Doss.
Yeah, and getting a little crowd cheering here for Jack
Doss fan club here tonight.
There you go. Love it. Love it. Jack Doss, true freshman here. I love this. Like it's college. True freshman. He's not He's not redshirted. Everybody.
Redshirted high school freshman.
He's not redshirted or medical redshirt or
a made up stat by Jonathan Kaspar. Leading off for the Timberwolves, center fielder number 3, Bryce Schneider. Batting second will be the third baseman, number 31, Cooper Camacho. Batting third will be the second baseman, number 24, Hudson Cuevas. Batting fifth will be the designated hitter and starting pitcher, number 5, Kyle McClure.
Number 14, Damian Alonso.
Batting fifth, number 14,
batting sixth, playing shortstop,
Damian Alonso at first base. Batting sixth will be the shortstop, number 8, Owen Mansfield.
Number 17,
batting seventh will be number 17, Kyan Catharia in right field. Batting eighth will be the left fielder, number 13, Tanner Richardson. And rounding out the order will be the catcher, number 7, Brandon Washburn.
Cedar Timberwolves are coached by head coach Ben Huffman and assistant.
Yeah, and coach changing things up a little bit. He's elected to go ahead and pitch Jack Doss here for game 1, and Connor Thompson has now found himself, after a really good outing against Hayes, finds himself in that leadoff spot trying to get a spark for our Raiders here.
Of our national anthem.
We're going to take a moment for the national anthem.
Marine Band.
We thank you for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider Baseball here on SHN Sports. We'll be right back. It's baseball time in Texas as we're set to get underway here in Cedar Park. Good evening, everyone. I'm Michael Francis alongside Mr. Jonathan Kaspar. And Jonathan, it's baseball time.
It's baseball time.
We also would like to thank those military personnel.
And as you pointed out, we have relocated tonight's game to Chicago.
Right.
For all you fans of the Windy City, as we have just got probably the biggest wind we have had
outside of Liberty Hill
this year, other than Liberty Hill. But Liberty Hill was blowing straight out to left field in stark contrast to this wind is blowing straight in from outfield, from center field. So
defensively for the Timberwolves on the mound, number 5, Kyle McClure. Behind the plate, number 7, Brandon Washburn. At first base, number 14, Damian Alonso. At second base, number 24, Hudson Cuevas. At third base, number 31, Cooper Camacho. At shortstop, number 8, Owen Mansfield. In left field, number 13, Tanner Richardson. In center field, number 3, Bryce Schneider. And in right field, number 17, Kyan Catharia. Due up for the Raiders in the first, Thompson, Caro, and Solis. Raiders take a 3-1 loss at Mumford versus College Station on Saturday, and talked with Coach about that. You know, him and the umpire kind of had some heated words.
yes,
and really, Coach told me, he said, it's, you know, just do your job.
right, no doubt, and that's all we could ever hope for. One really good thing that we had was the Hayes crew in general for both of those games was really good in that game. But after talking to Coach, he said that was the same group of guys that umped the Liberty Hill series.
Really?
Yeah, and I just couldn't believe that at all.
Right. McClure winds and deals the first pitch high for ball 1, and we are underway here in Cedar Park.
Now, I know they do get their outings reviewed and observed, and they get critiqued.
Thompson shows bunt, lays off for ball 2.
Was that inside?
I don't know. It looked pretty good. I can't really tell where it's dropping. We're sitting right just almost eye level. The 2-0 pitch, that's high and outside for ball 3.
Yeah, I can see the high pitches. Yeah, he actually even looked in. Did McClure.
That pitch in for a strike right down the middle.
Yeah, McClure was asking where that pitch was, and the umpire did show him that third pitch was high.
The 3-1 pitch, that's down.
And able to make
down and away for a strike, and the count goes full.
Yeah, able to make the adjustment here and come back with 2 straight strikes and running it full.
Full count. The payoff pitch, that is cut on and hit over towards third. That is played by Camacho, and the throw to first in time. 5-3 on the put out of Thompson for out number 1.
Number 12, Christian Caro.
Caro digs in from the left side, a righty-lefty matchup.
And I think the name of the game today will definitely be keep the ball down and not try to do too much. And
another low fastball for a strike.
Enjoying the lower part of the zone is this umpire so far.
This is a comebacker to McClure. He'll make the throw over to first. 1-3.
Now batting number 7, Jacob Solis.
That'll bring up Jacob Solis. Mason Gonzalez on deck.
Yeah, these fields definitely look very, very nice. So happy that we were able to finally see this come to be where we get turf fields.
First pitch down and away for ball 1. Pitch outside for ball 2.
Getting better where the wind's not as.
And winds died.
It started to die a little bit.
Down a little bit. Usually, as the sun goes down, the wind will die down. The 2-0. This is hit out towards center field, and that will be caught by Schneider to end the Raider first. They go in order. On to the bottom we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this very field is named after Corporal J. Landon Severe, who was a coach and teacher here at
Cedar Bryce Schneider doing a great job of making that first
August
two moves backwards, making sure he got a good read on that, as that was a very strong hit by Jacob Solis right at Schneider, but again, able to make that quick adjustment and then knew he had time to come in on it. So
he passed away on September 19th, 2009.
We're talking about a tribute to this field's name.
Yeah.
They were the honorary member of the special.
Defensively for the Rouse Raiders, on the mound, number 23, Jack Doss. Behind the plate, number 21, Carson Pruitt. At first base, number 9, Mason Gonzalez. At second base, number 12, Christian Caro. At third base, number 1, Scott Knight. At short, number 7, Jacob Solis. In left, number 3, Adrian Graves. In center, number 6, Connor Thompson. And in right field, number 27, Adolfo Arribes.
Yeah, about more of the same here defensively. Not really seeing anything out of the ordinary. We have found ourselves with Arribes in right and Graves making his way back out here as a outfield starter in left field. Of course, the normal resting space for Connor Thompson is in center.
Due up for the Timberwolves, Schneider, Camacho, and Cuevas.
Must say, is Pruitt having another problem with his helmet? He has had more struggles with us.
He did at Hayes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They had to bring him out another helmet. Little Green Berets instrumental going.
Yeah. Yeah, he was having another struggle at College Station game as well. They end up bringing him a whole nother helmet, so.
Bryce Schneider makes his way
Bryce Schneider
to home plate and the right-handed batter's box.
Yeah, great thing about having camera where we are is it is a great down-the-line view here from the pitcher, and only downfall is the traffic going back and forth in front of the camera. So.
Right, yeah, that's the bad thing about it, but it is what it is. Schneider will call time, and interesting he called time, and he just stepped into the box.
Yeah, I think everybody is mindful of the camera and doing their best to get in and out of the way as quickly as possible.
That is hit out towards center field. Connor Thompson tracks it. He'll make the catch, and that will do it for Mr. Schneider. One pitch, one out.
One pitch, one out. Love to see that. You know, Jack Doss, again, getting his first district start of the season.
Cooper Camacho. Camacho batting from the left side. Hudson Cuevas on deck. Fastball in for a strike. That pitch outside for ball one. 1-1.
Yeah, a little off speed there.
Touching a little mid-80s.
Yes, sir. On that first fastball.
1-1. This is fouled back for strike 2, and Camacho down in the count 1-2.
Again, the former player comparison that Coach Krimping has given to Jack Doss is of Jared Southard.
This is hit back up the middle. This will be played by Caro and off the heel of his glove for an error. That'll be an E4. The home scoreboard counted as a hit.
Of course, it's the home team, you know.
It was obviously a routine ground ball that was misplayed and off the glove of Caro. That should have been an error. Hudson Cuevas will stand in. 1 on with 1 out. That pitch high for ball 1.
All right.
Kyle McClure on deck. Throw over to first, not in time as Camacho dives back in safely. The 1-0.
Oh,
A slider
pretty
down and
pitch.
away for ball 1, or ball 2, rather.
Pretty pitch. Doesn't quite catch enough of the plate to get the strike call. And no offer by Cuevas.
That is cut on and fouled back out of play for strike 1.
So
interesting little observation here. You know, we discussed the positioning of the umpires, right? So Saturday's umpire was lined up behind the plate.
Right behind them.
And so here you see this umpire, he's lining up on that just inside the line of the right-handed batter's box.
Right, literally right behind the batter.
And pitch gets the outside corner for strike 2.
And again, just my perception on this and my thoughts. And again, that, you know, I figure these guys go to training, they go to school to be taught, you know, the basics of, you know, calling a game. And just to me, how do they get to see any pitch on the outside?
Pitch down and away for ball 3, and the count goes full.
You know, how are they able to see? Does it catch a corner or catch a piece of the plate?
So the strike zone is a rectangle just above the plate, right?
Correct.
So if you move over to each batter's side, you skew that box.
Exactly. And with as much movement as we see in a lot of these pitchers these days, they get a lot of break on that ball. And as long as a piece of that ball touches the strike zone, doesn't matter where it ends up. As long as a piece of it touches that strike zone, it's a strike. And, you know, when you have that breaking pitch that breaks away from a right-handed batter and the umpire is behind him in almost, you know, in the other box.
Breaking ball sells high, ball 4.
You know, how are you able to call that pitch?
2 on with 1 out for Kyle McClure.
Now batting, number 5, Kyle McClure.
McClure batting for himself, but if he goes out in relief, he will be designated hitting. He will be the designated hitter.
Correct. Yeah, that's how they had it. Coach had it.
Yeah.
On his lineup sheet.
Doss comes set. That pitch high and inside for ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Yeah, great job challenging McClure there. Blowing a fastball right by him. Slightly high up in the zone, but obviously close enough to get the swing from McClure.
One pitch. That is fouled off for strike 2. One ball, 2 strike count to McClure. Finally a peacock. Normally you hear peacocks when you come to Cedar Park and the wind has picked back up. Doss from the stretch. Camacho extends his lead at second. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 away.
Great
for
job
Damian
of
Alonso.
working all parts of the strike zone there, as he got a swing and a miss on a high heat as well as a swing and a miss on a breaking pitch that broke out of the zone, and very effective there on that at bat. We'll see if he can build off of that and get out of this inning.
Pruitt gives the sign. Doss comes set. He checks Camacho at second. He'll come home with this. A slider outside for ball 1. Owen Mansfield on deck. The 1-0. That's down the middle for a strike, as he took a little off of that one. Little off speed.
Yes, sir.
Change up down the middle.
You got to keep them off balance, right? Try to not telegraph what you're bringing.
See ya.
1-1. This is cut on and hit out toward right field. Arribas tracks it. He'll make the catch, and that will do it for the Cedar Park First. They get no runs on no hits. They leave 2. And after one complete, we're scoreless here at Cedar Park.
Professional private lessons, camps, clinics, and a Rawlings and Easton Pro Shop. Train like a pro. Visit DBAT Cedar Park today, located by Lakeline Mall.
Due up for the Raiders, Gonzalez, Sanchez, and Arribas. Coach changing up. Connor Thompson, he's been hot as of late and puts him in the leadoff spot.
Well, just been a bit of a struggle there. Really, it has been this entire season up to date, to this point, that not really getting that productivity that we would love to have from that leadoff spot. Again, Connor having a great series against Hayes and, earning his right to try that spot out. And, and it's not necessarily going to be a one game to figure that out. Most of these guys are going to be comfortable no matter where they're at in the lineup, but it's a mental thing for a lot of the players. The higher they are in the lineup, the more, in theory, the more at bats they're going to have, in a game, and more opportunities, and they love that, right? They want to get more opportunities. They want to get out there more frequently and see if they can get more hits. And
McClure coming off an 11 pitch inning in the first. He faces Mason Gonzalez, a righty-lefty matchup. And first pitch low for ball 1.
Yeah, one thing that has been happening here with the 4-5 hitters in Mason Gonzalez and Andrew Sanchez, they have been hitting the ball very hard.
That pitch high and outside for ball 2.
When making contact lately, just a bit snake bit, and putting them right at guys, right? And not really getting an opportunity to take advantage of a hard hit ball. And
Sanchez's last 2 hits have been liners to the shortstop.
Yes, and you don't change that up. You tell these guys, man, just keep hitting it hard. It's going to find the hole.
Pitch outside for ball 3.
That will not continue to happen every single game, but if you can continually make good, solid contact with it.
Pitch high and outside for ball 4. And Gonzalez will draw the leadoff walk.
Good things will happen.
As Andrew Bork Sanchez makes his way to the plate. Adolfo Arribas on deck. If you can't make it on time, just make it when you can.
Just make it when you can, Phil,
McClure from the stretch. Gonzalez extends his lead at first. Sanchez bunts it foul for a strike.
Andrew Bork Sanchez.
Bork is gamer tag, for those of y'all who don't know. We've mentioned it a few times.
So I found that out last year when I was like, what are they calling him? And I had to text Caden to let me know.
That pitch down and away for ball 1, and that will even things up.
He chimed in. He's like, oh, that's his. I was like, oh, okay. makes sense. I don't know where he got it from. I think it's a character or something that he is similar to, possibly. Yes.
He lays this one down, a bunt back to McClure, but that'll be a sacrifice to advance Gonzalez.
Okay. Had a job to do and was able to go up and execute that nicely. And now we have a runner in scoring position.
Optimally, you want it more down the third baseline than back toward the pitcher.
That could have easily had an opportunity if McClure would have thought about it to see about turning and getting the lead runner in Mason Gonzalez.
Yeah, Rives will
find a hole. Oh, wow.
Second, and it will not be in time as Rives beats it out for an infield single.
I'll tell you what a great defensive play by Hudson Cuevas on that. He was so quick to get to that ball, sliding
opposite his glove hand.
Yep, sliding in, cutting it off, popping up, and making a good, strong throw. But Rivas very aware of this and never paused as he got up that line as quickly as he could.
Pruitt coming up to the plate. He had a bases clearing 3 RBI triple versus Hayes on Friday night.
What's Coach Huffman doing there?
Runners on the corners for Pruitt. McClure takes a long look in. He checks Rives at first. The pitch, that is cut on and hit over towards second. There will be 1 and 2, and that will do it as Pruitt hits into an inning double play. What'd that go?
That was 4-6, 6-3. 4-6-6-3.
And McClure works out of the inning. No runs on 1 hit.
We'd like to thank one of
they leave 1
sponsors.
And on to
Crystal Falls.
The bottom we go. 2 up for the Timberwolves. In the bottom, Mansfield, Catharia, and Richardson.
And their owners dealing with pet emergencies and crisis cases. They're open 24/7, 365 days a year, just up 183 in Leander.
I don't know what happened here, but evidently I've lost.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. Doss back out on the mound to pitch the second. Now we're back.
Yeah, to everybody at home, appreciate you tuning in and let everybody else out there know, friends, family, relatives, anybody that enjoys watching baseball, we'd love to have them. And if you are there, we do have the chat up and running, so feel free to jump in and let us know where you're watching from and who your favorite player is. We'll give you a shout out and a shout out for them. And, we always love to have great conversations through the airwaves here using the chat line, and we get people from all over the place. So it's always interesting to get their input and have them be part of the show.
Mansfield will dig in. He'll foul 1 off for strike 1.
Or I say not the show, but the broadcast is.
The broadcast. Catharia deck. The 0-1, that's high and goes to the backstop for ball 1. And
the net wasn't there, I had it.
Catharia helping his on-deck fielding percentage. He has 1 opportunity.
Yeah, Cuevas was on it earlier, too. He got his 1 opportunity and was able to
actually, I think they
keep it at 1,000.
1-1, that pitch down and away for ball 2.
As is the tendency here with an away game, just bringing you 1 camera view.
A 2-1, a fastball low for ball 3. 3-1.
Not always able to to get multiple views like we do at home.
This is hit over to second. Caro has it, a throw to first in time, and that will do it. 4-3 on the put out of Mansfield for out number 1.
And Katharia now steps in.
Team Cayenne, Katharia.
Cayenne, I love that.
Yeah, makes me think of pepper.
Yep, not spelt the same though, folks.
No, definitely not. Kayaan.
Yeah, unique way of putting it.
He will bunt that one foul.
Off the knee. Was it knee or was it hand of Pruitt? As in normal fashion, when there's a
Hell, he looks like he
being
might have
hit, the umpire gave him a little opportunity to shake that off. It did knock the glove off of his hand. I could see that, so I'm wondering if it.
0-1 the count to Katharia.
Yeah, not too sure, but
Tanner Richardson on deck. The 0-1. Swing and a miss.
Way out ahead of that one on that changeup was Katharia. That ball was through the zone. I mean, that bat was through the zone before the ball even got to the front of the plate.
The 0-2. Fastball swung on and missed for strike 3.
And in great recognition of that from Jack Doss, you then speed up the bat. You slow the bat down, now you speed it up, and not able to catch up.
Richardson will take outside for ball 1. Brandon Washburn on deck. The 1-0 goes back to the slider for ball 2.
I love it. He's digging around over there like he's going to move the dirt around. But there, it is an all-turf bump here for the pitchers as well.
The 2-0 pitch, that's high for ball 3. There he goes. He goes to the changeup and gets the strike right across the middle of the plate.
Yes, it was. And, of course, taking all the way was Richardson.
The 3-1. This is cut on and hit out toward right. Arribes.
Oh, and not able to make the adjustment.
Glove. And
as is the case,
E9.
A righty batter hitting it to right field, that ball will have a tendency to have a tail on it, which is exaggerated by the wind tonight.
And of course, they give him a double.
Arribas thought that he was all over it, and he then realized that the ball was floating more than he expected, and then had to get on his horse to try to make the catch and unable to come up with it.
I mean, that was in his glove and out.
And that is another error.
One on with 2 outs for Brandon Washburn. Pitch gets the outside corner, fastball for strike 1.
Yeah, luckily not in for any kind of rain this evening, but I can't really say that that's going to be the case for Friday night's game.
Yeah, it's supposed to be cool this weekend.
And
wow,
and wet.
Where was that? That was a nice looking.
Yeah, it did look very good. And, once again, he's not really liking the top of the zone, is this home plate umpire. So, again, as long as he's consistent with that and allows the adjustment to happen by the pitcher, then can't really complain.
The 1-1. That is fouled back for strike 2. 1-2.
Well, yeah, I'm not mistaken, starting Thursday. We're supposed to have rain, or possibly even tomorrow, huh?
I haven't seen the forecast. I just heard from someone today that it's supposed to be cool this this weekend. A friend of mine is going to be out in West Texas, and they said it's going to be in the 30s out there.
Oh, wow.
At pitch high for ball 2. I want to say they're headed toward Abilene area, something like that.
All right.
Definitely a little late in the year for that kind of weather. This is wild for Washburn.
Texas, you never know what you're going to get, right?
Breaking ball sails high for ball 3, and the count works full.
So getting ahead was Jack Doss, hoping to be able to get a swing and a chase on a pitch, and Washburn being very disciplined at the plate and not offering at those that are out of the zone.
The payoff pitch, that's down the middle, swung on and missed as he blows the fastball by for strike 3.
And
Doss gets out of the inning.
Game, listen live.
And once
No
again,
runs on no hits. They leave 1, and on 2.
Have them tune in.
The 3rd we go. We're scoreless here in Cedar Park.
And here comes the Doss cheerleader.
Doss fan club. Yeah, Jack Doss fan club.
Scheduled game. We'll tune in.
There you
Oh, there you
go.
go.
BFFs here for Jack Doss, cheering him on in his first start of district play.
On to the 3rd we go. Due up for the Raiders in the 3rd. Graves, Knight, and Thompson.
Again, not getting, having one base runner thus far for Rouse, and
No, Raiders had 2 on. Runners on the corners and hit into an inning double play.
Corners, yes.
As Carson Pruitt, it was relatively deep in the hole, but
Yeah, then Cuevas.
Pruitt with not enough speed to beat out that throws to first.
Well, a very fast turn. If you saw Cuevas, as soon as that ball was in his glove, he was already spinning and setting his feet, making a good solid throw over to McClure. Or, I'm sorry, not McClure, Mansfield over at short covering. And then, again, as another solid throw from Mansfield to get Pruitt. Yeah, I was noting had some good burgers being grilled up over there on the griddle there on the Cedar Park side, and some hot dogs. And
we ate at the top of the hill burger joint there.
Yes, we did.
Close to Mumford and Benchley.
Recommended highly from the locals, and actually one of my coworkers who knows the owner and the guys working it, and they all said it was a very good burger, which it was good.
It was a good
burger.
Good burger, but I wouldn't agree with them that it was the best burger you'll ever have.
Yeah,
First pitch to Graves, high for ball 1.
But definitely was a good burger.
It was a good burger. To me, reminiscent of Whataburger, that pitch high for ball 2. About the same size, maybe a little thicker on the patty and a little greasier.
Yeah, the grease was awesome, though, man.
Yeah, it mingled with those pickles. That pitch inside for a strike.
Yeah, pickles. I had grilled onions on mine with lettuce, tomato, bacon.
You like those onions.
I love grilled onions.
Michael is not a fan of onion. That pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. 2-2 the count to Graves. Scott Knight on deck. The 2-2 pitch. That's inside.
Oh, inside pitch gets him looking.
Oh, way inside and low.
Yeah.
Catches him looking for strike 3.
Number 1, Scott Knight.
That is the first strikeout for McClure on the evening. One away with nobody on here in the top of the 3rd. That pitch. Wow, not sure where that missed. That was a good-looking pitch. Ball 1, I guess he thought it was a little bit high.
Yeah.
Connor Thompson on deck. 1-0, that's inside.
Oh.
My goodness.
Oh, I mean, that is on the batter's box line.
And he's over the line. So why is he calling that a strike and he sees that it's on the line?
Exactly.
That pitch high and inside for ball 2.
It's just so crazy and I'm literally, I've got a great view of the line. The ball was on it the whole way.
Strike zone's over the plate, not over the batter's box. That pitch, that's in for a strike.
Yep, that was inside, but definitely it caught plate.
The 2-2, he's called that a strike 3
Twice.
times, and he didn't call that.
Yeah, did not call it.
Yeah, maybe
such a toss-up.
But
again, how can you let that pitch go?
Maybe he took my advice, but yeah, right. That pitch high for ball 4, and
got to recognize
draw the walk
as a batter and not allow the umpire to dictate
number 6
the at bat. Don't leave it in his hands, and on something that's going to be that close. And he's able to draw the walk on the high ball 4 pitch.
Caro on deck, 1 on with 1 out. McClure to the stretch. First pitch to Thompson, high and outside for ball 1, sorry. Thompson had a 3-0 count. And ended up into a full count. That is fouled off for a strike, and that will even things up at 1.
Yeah, Connor Thompson in his little squatty stance that he has in the batter's box.
What is this little circle on your screen?
That is the opening for where your fingerprint goes. Because it's got the
screen on it.
Doesn't have it. Yeah, it's got a
protection screen on it.
Yes, versus
the 1-1 that is fouled back for strike 2.
Instead of having an actual laminate, one that you put on for protection, it's got a built-in, and so they have that there for your thumbprint.
Interesting.
Soon to be exiting, though. I'm about to get a new case for it.
1-2, the count to Thompson. Swing and a miss on a pitch down the middle. 2 away.
Number 12
for Christian Caro. Well, we're not near the press box, or we would inform him that it's Caro and not Caro.
Right. Where's Jaime?
He's not concerned with it.
We'll stick him on him.
Caro 0 for 1. He grounded back to the pitcher his first time up. First pitch, that's low for ball 1.
All right, I'd love to see something here, a little 2-hour rally.
The 1-0. This is hit deep to left.
Oh, the ball coming in. Oh.
And Richardson able to get to it in time, and that will do it for the Raiders.
Yeah, Scott really getting a great jump there, and a little hit and run working, but again, just floating it up in the air with that wind, held it up and allowed.
They get no runs on no hits. They leave 1. And on to the bottom we go. Due up for the Timberwolves. In the bottom, back to the top of the order we go.
Providing top quality care for your
Schneider, Camacho, and Cuevas.
From wellness exams to advanced treatments, they ensure your pet stays happy and healthy. Trust the experts who care at Prestige Animal Wellness.
Jack Doss back out on the mound to pitch the 3rd, as he will face the order for a second time.
That's funny. Our game changer, same thing.
Oh,
gave him the double.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Look. Richardson.
Wow.
Double with two total bases.
That is, somebody obviously doesn't know what they're doing in there.
Yeah. So they did give the other error. They did count the other one as the error on the grounder.
Did they?
So they only show 1 hit. But again, it's still not a hit.
It should be no hits so far.
Yeah, through 2 innings, Jack Doss, 38 pitches, 22 for strikes.
Number 3, right.
And McClure, 37 pitches, 19 for strikes. So very, very similar numbers.
Snyder 0 for 1. He flew out to center on the first pitch of the Cedar Park first. That pitch bounces away from Pruitt.
Of course, I said similar numbers. That's McClure's numbers through 3, as they've already completed.
Was how many?
37.
37.
19 for strikes, whereas Doss has 38 pitches through 2 innings and 22 for strikes.
That is cut on, and that will go into center field, and that is a base hit, which would be the first hit of the game for Cedar Park.
Now batting. Number 31, Cooper Camacho.
Cooper Camacho comes up. He reached on an error his first time up. He shows bunt and hits this one foul down the first baseline. If Gonzalez might have been a little faster.
Yeah, I was just looking at that like he didn't even give any effort for it.
Give any effort to it as it hung up midway down the first baseline.
And again, that wind's even affecting that small little bit of a bunt there. It's still holding it up some. And
throw over to first, not in time as Schneider dives back in safely. Doss from the stretch. The 0-1 shows bunt. Throw to first in time, and that'll be a sac bunt for Camacho.
Yeah, the Cedar Park
finally going to first base.
Cedar Park fans cheering him, trying to get a hit out of that.
He had good enough speed.
Yes, he did.
He was down the line quickly.
Yeah, Pruitt was all over it, though, waving off Doss to make sure that he had the better angle to make that good, solid throw.
Schneider at second for Hudson Cuevas. Hudson Cuevas drew a walk his first time up. He's 0 for 0. He will take high for ball 1.
Of course, Hudson Cuevas very similar in stature to Rainer Heinrich, who also played second for Rouse, has moved on to Tarleton State, having himself a great season so far.
That pitch in for a strike.
There's that inside strike that's not necessarily a strike.
McClure on deck. The 1-1 pitch. This is cut on and hit deep to center. Connor Thompson has it.
And we'll have a play at third. Ooh, in time. Oh!
And
with the assist of the wind, Connor Thompson let it fly and
beat it out. Off
the bounce, the tag was put down, but he was safe.
A sac fly to center.
Now batting. Number 5.
2 out.
McClure.
Yeah, it was definitely a bang-bang play. And again, a quick snap tag put down by Scott Knight, and they did say he got in. So no advantage of any kind of replay here to double-check that. So we have to go with it.
Oh, this is hit out towards center. Connor Thompson tracks it. He makes the catch, and that will do it. No runs on 1 hit. They leave 1. After 3 complete, we're scoreless.
Looking for the perfect getaway
here in Cedar Park.
Due
up for the Raiders.
They offer
Solis, Gonzalez, and Sanchez.
Play areas and cozy accommodations, whether for a night or an extended stay. Your pet will be pampered.
So 46.
Great escape.
Now total pitches through 3 innings for Doss. 27. Or I'm sorry, 40. Yeah, 46 pitches, 28 for strikes. So good looking numbers here.
folks, if you haven't already, be sure and hit that like button and subscribe and the notification bell if you haven't subscribed and you would like to know when we go live. And you can tune in to watch Rouse Raider baseball here on SHN Sports. So the lights are on in Cedar Park.
Yeah, very, very overcast today, all day. Just looks like it wants to rain already just with the cloud cover and wind trying to let up a little bit, but still very difficult for anything up in the air, to really take advantage of that as a hitter. And then on the flip side, helping for the most part as long as the ball is at you for the outfielders, but
yeah,
anything down the lines will have a tendency to tail, especially if it's an opposite field hit off the bat. And
McClure back out to pitch the fourth as Jacob Solis will make his way to the plate. Solis 0 for 1. He flew out to center his first time up.
But hit a good shot. It was a very solid hit just right at the center fielder Schneider.
McClure winds and deals. That pitch outside for ball one. That pitch in for a strike, and that will even the count up at 1. That pitch low for ball 2.
Yeah, bouncing that one in was McClure.
Jonathan said, pull out the 5-iron. The 2-1, that's outside.
Oh, great check.
Ball 3.
Jacob looking to swing at that. Was able to check that swing as it was out and off the plate.
McClure winds and deals. This one is hit to left. Richardson tracks it. He will make the catch, and that will do it for Solis.
Now batting, number 9, Mason.
And once again, just getting it up enough that the wind's holding it up and just not really going to have any success doing that. We got to start leveling these things out and getting them down and giving ourselves an opportunity here to run.
Mason Gonzalez will stand in. He drew a walk his first time up. He was left stranded at third base. That pitch in for a strike. As Carson Pruitt hit into an inning double play. This is popped up. Shallow center field. Mansfield underneath it. He'll make the catch. And that will do it for Gonzalez, and out number 2.
Number 11, Andrew Sanchez.
I'll bring up Andrew Sanchez.
There's old Landon Doss coming to check out little brother.
That pitch misses low for ball 1. That ball high for ball 2. Two and 0 the count to Sanchez. Tell you what, these aluminum bleachers are, my goodness.
Low and away. Yeah, I didn't think to grab again my stadium seats that I've got. Give us at least some kind of cushion.
2-1. He's rolled over on it, and this will be played by Cuevas. Barehand throw to first in time, and the Raiders go in order. 4-3 on the put out of Sanchez to end the Raider fourth. No runs on no hits. Nobody left on to the bottom we go. Due up for the Timberwolves, Alonzo, Mansfield, and Catharia.
And just a good defensive game here, and good, decent pitching as well has just led to no offense up to this point. And I'd love to see it continue here on the bottom half of the fourth.
Yeah.
Visit hitforth.com to learn how you and your athlete can
see if we can't have a quick inning here and get out and get those bats back up. Of course, we'll be at the middle part of the lineup. That'll be coming up for the Raiders. Well, middle back, right? 6, 7, and 8.
Yep.
And of course, as always, love to give a shout out to the Rouse Raider Booster Club for giving us the ability to have new equipment this year and add to our broadcast. And again, not able to really do that here on an away game, but those that have been able to watch our home game broadcast, we have 2 new camera views that have been added, and we know we cannot do that without the Booster Club help, and everybody at home, that helps contribute to the program and allow us to produce this.
My wagon is broken the handle off, so I'll need to purchase a new one. So I'll get the Booster Club to help me out with that.
Yeah, oh yeah. As they said, just hold on to them receipts, turn them in.
Alonso stands in. He will lift this one foul for strike 1. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to right his first time up.
And I absolutely lost that one where it went. I didn't know. I mean, was that straight back or?
That's a good question. The 0-1. This is hit over to short and into left field. This will be a base hit for Alonso.
And their second hit of the game, not fourth, if anybody can see that from home.
Yeah.
But 2 hits that they did have, both were very solid shots. And again, doing what they need to do, keep the ball down, get it through a hole. Not going to have any opportunity if the ball gets up in the air.
Katharia comes up. He's 0 for 1. He's struck out. Or Mansfield comes up. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to second.
He rounded to bunt and fouled that one off, did Mansfield.
Alonso extending his lead. This is hit out to center. Thompson has it, and that will do it for Mansfield.
And again, slashing as the terminology goes, as he rounds up to show bunt.
Now batting.
Corners start to crash in, and then he pulls it back and swings away, and just never really cared for that.
That'll bring up Katharia. Katharia 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Breaking ball in for a strike. Doss from the stretch. He comes set. The pitch, that's inside for a ball. That'll even things up at 1.
I guess they don't have Jack Doss not getting his 42 number with the pins.
Pitch high and inside for ball 2. Yeah, I guess they don't have 42 in the pinstripes.
Yeah, gray pins. Always liked these uniforms.
Or maybe they did previously and
it's not made it, hasn't made it these years.
That is hit back up the middle. That'll be played by Solis. A throw to first in time.
Doss trying to at least put a glove on it, but the glove fell off as that ball was rocketed right behind him. And As you see frequently enough, they'll throw the glove at it, just trying to see if they can, or glove towards it, seeing if they could come up with a catch. But Solis was there and covering the ball very well as he fielded that behind second base, and nice strong throw to get Cathar.
Richardson reached on the error. He's 0 for 0. That pitch outside for ball one.
And of course, that was the error to right field, so we'll hope that Arribas is aware of that and makes the adjustment needed this time if the ball is hit that direction.
Pitch high and inside for ball two.
Like recent winter. It was 6th grade and he was in 7th grade and his friend AJ was in 6th.
One on with 2 outs. With Damian Alonso at second base. The 2-0. Breaking ball. Oh my gosh.
And I just don't know where that missed. He didn't call the pitch before that inside as a strike, which has potentially happened in that one.
Better than that.
That one was right over the plate. It's now sitting on 3-0.
3-0.
Okay, man.
That pitch in for a strike, a fastball.
Same exact location as the last breaking pitch.
Three and one the count. The pitch. Fastball right down the middle with the same spot as the previous breaking ball. And the count goes full.
He did bring himself back into this, and
Brandon Washburn on deck. The payoff pitch. That is fouled back and out of play.
oh. On deck opportunity to record a half out was Brandon Washburn with that catch, and he dropped it.
Well, it's the shin guards. They've
got in his way.
Doss comes set. He checks Alonso at second. The payoff pitch. This is cut on and hit foul down the right field line.
Yep, and Richardson with a 2-strike approach here and choking up on that bat, just trying to get himself something in play. And, of course, the last time he squirted it down the right field line, he was successful, being able to reach second on that error.
Again, the payoff pitch. Catches him looking for strike 3.
Be sure to visit our sponsor.
And the Raiders get out of the inning.
Pool, patio spa.
No runs on one hit.
Pinch a Penny offers retail sales.
They leave one, and on to the fifth we go.
And installation. Pinch a Penny is located at Anderson Mill.
We're still scoreless here in Cedar Park.
Yes, we are. And, again, just would love to see an offensive outburst here to start the 5th.
Due up for the Raiders, Uribe, Pruitt, and Graves. That'll be your 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Kyle McClure back out to pitch the 5th.
Yeah, and defensively.
And he's got a low pitch count going. No changes. Now, Mr. Washburn makes his way to the plate. Got his gear back on and ready to go. Still no score in the contest as of yet. Each team has had a runner at third and has stranded them.
And, yeah, again, both pitchers doing a great job, not panicking and not trying to overthrow and do too much when that runner does make their way to third. And both have settled in nicely, and
Cedar Park has stranded 5. Rouse has stranded 3.
And now through 4 full innings, McClure, 48 total pitches, 25 for strikes, and Doss, 62 pitches, 39 for strikes.
That pitch in for a ball. Rivas is 1 for 1. He singled back in the first and got doubled up when Carson Pruitt came to the plate. That will hit him.
All right. 1,000 on base percentage here for Rivas.
Batting number 21.
That one got away from McClure there. Hadn't seen that one yet. It just sort of held on to that one a little longer than what he wanted to, and came across and spiked that one into the ground, into the foot. Again, would love to see a little opposite field hit here. Let the wind push that and back down into that right field corner and let him run for a little bit.
Shows bunt and takes for a strike on a pitch that was way outside low.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Interesting.
Gotta love baseball.
Nothing in 1, the count to Pruitt.
Coach wanting nothing to do with that bat, the coach's box there at third. As he's almost in the dugout.
Yeah, Rivas extends his lead at first, and Pruitt again shows bunt. He does bunt it, this time successfully, and he'll move Rivas over to second. He'll get the sacrifice.
Yeah, very effective there. That was a nice bunt as it didn't make it hard. Did not make it hard back. Ended up being fielded by the catcher, Washburn.
Graves comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He struck out looking back in the third. Scott Knight on deck. Rivas extends his lead at second. Mansfield plays in on it. My gosh, it almost hits him on the hands, and you call that a strike?
Oh, my goodness. Just, you never know.
Nothing in 1, the count. That pitch down and away for ball 1. And, of course, you remember the fan on Friday night that was giving the umpire grief.
He was absolutely giving it to him. And
the 1-1, that is fouled off.
I did get a little inside intel on that, and it was not the guy that I thought it was.
The older man?
Yeah, it was not him.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, sir. I won't say who it was, but it's not him.
1-2, the count to Graves. 1-2 pitch. This is hit out to right, and that is going to be caught, and Rivas will have to get back.
Again, a great shot off the bat of Adrian Graves, just what you wanted, and not able to get as much help from the pushing wind on that.
To die down. And
yes, Catharia was able to easily sit on that.
That would have scored Rivas from second.
Yeah, and then Graves would have been still running. I think he could have potentially laid down a triple on that.
That'll bring up Scott Knight. 2 away for Knight. He'll foul this one off for strike 1.
Of course, the other issue with that is it was deep enough that you would have thought possibly tagging up, but Rivas running on the prior to contact with a hit and run called and not able to get back as he also felt that possibly could have gotten down and allowed him to score easily.
That pitch high and outside for ball 1, and that will even things up at 1. Knight reached on a walk his first time up. Connor Thompson on deck. Knight shows bunt. He'll foul this one back for strike 2. 1-2.
Uh-oh. What was that?
You see Thompson with his on-deck fielding percentage right there? He covers it. What was what?
I don't know. The field umpire just came over and made a motion to somebody over here from the Cedar Park side. I mean, I don't know who he was talking to or if it was anything bad, but.
The 1-2. This is hit out
down,
towards
ball.
center.
Get down.
Schneider in on it. He makes the catch. And that will do it for the Raider 5th. No runs on no hits. They leave 1. On to the bottom we go. Due up for the Timberwolves, Washburn, Schneider, and Camacho.
As a reminder, our concession stand is open next to the home team dugout and offers on.
And that'll be the 9, 1, and 2 batters for Cedar Park. So 9 to finish out and then back to the top of the lineup.
Cedar Park soccer team has beat Dripping Springs 1-0 to advance to the semifinals in the state championship.
Oh, wow. Good for them.
Yeah, Rouse is playing tonight too. I haven't seen anything from the Lady Raider.
They will let us know. They have
playing
been awesome on the chat line.
They were playing tonight down in San Marcos, and I believe that was a 6 o'clock game start.
Yeah, better than the Corpus Christi run that they had to do for their last game on Saturday.
Right, they were playing Smithson Valley tonight, and so good luck to them.
That's correct. Yeah, give a big shout out to our Lady Raider soccer team. And
so if anybody knows, be sure and let us know in the chat.
Well, they've been very good about letting us know, giving us updates with scores. So, hopefully that game is not over and is still going, and that's why we haven't been given an update yet.
Brandon Washburn makes his way to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He struck out.
Brandon Washburn.
Back in the second. Doss from the windup. And the pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1.
Yeah, going right at Washburn is Doss.
The 0-1. And gets the outside corner for strike 2.
Yeah, Carson always does a great job behind the plate.
Schneider on deck. The 0-2. Pitch down and away for ball 1. Good idea.
That's where he wanted it, and there, no doubt. I mean, Carson dropping down, and there. Field umpire was caught sleeping there as they were asking for the appeal on if the batter went around, and he's watching Doss, I guess, getting ready for the next at bat or pitch.
The 1-2. That pitch is down and away for ball 2. 2-2.
Yeah, getting out and getting ahead again is always afford that pitcher to see if he can get the batter to chase. And again, Washburn very disciplined there, not offering at those low pitches.
2-2. This is cut on and hit up the middle. Solis has it. Throw to first. Not in time.
Good speed from Washburn, as that was a very slow developing play. And Solis doing everything he can to get to that, fielding it, making the throw all in one motion. And Washburn beat it out for an infield hit.
That will bring up Bryce Schneider. He is 1 for 2. He has flown out to center and singled. He made it as far as third base and was left stranded back in the third. Cooper Camacho on deck. We do have, I believe.
I did see a courtesy runner motion.
Number 1. A slider down and away for ball 1.
And number 1 is Rafa Escobar. for Cedar Park that is now in to run for Washburn.
Doss comes set. Throw over to first, but not in time.
Of course, Washburn is the catcher, so that is a normal move.
Schneider shows bunt. He'll lay this one down. Throw to first in time.
And again, execution of the bunt working for both sides so far, as Cedar Park has been able to execute twice, and Cedar Park Rouse twice on the bunt opportunities.
Cooper Camacho makes his way to the plate. He has reached on an error and sack bunted. He will take for a strike. Fastball down the middle. Hudson Cuevas on deck. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball inside for strike two. Nothing in two, the count to Camacho.
Again, off speed working very nicely for Jack Doss tonight. Getting a lot of swing and misses on pitches that these guys aren't even getting close to.
That pitch inside. Throw down to third.
Got him.
In time.
And the great fake there by Pruitt, not meaning to fake, but he dropped the ball, did not know, lost sight of it just momentarily, allowing the base runner to think he had all kinds of opportunity to get on, and Rafa gets thrown out trying to get to third.
He still had good speed. He almost beat that out.
He did. And, I mean, he recognized that the ball got away. He didn't know where it went.
1-2, the count to Camacho with 2 outs.
Yeah, and lucky for us and that Pruitt was able to find it, and that's in the stands. Watch out, everybody. Nope, just clears the stands on the foul ball.
Pretty good turnout here tonight.
Always such a great turnout for this game. It's good to be close enough, right? Not a lot of travel from either side having to be done, and always does have a tendency to draw a capacity crowd. 1-2,
the count to Camacho.
Of course, the biggest difference, this is normally the final series of the year for Rouse and Cedar Park. And
this is hit out to right center. Connor Thompson.
Out
and makes the catch. And in a roundabout way, they go in order in the 5th. On to the 6th we go. We're scoreless here in Cedar Park.
For a stress-free movie, trust our seasoned sponsors.
No runs on one hit, and they leave them empty.
Their skilled team delivers reliable, efficient, and affordable movies.
On to the 5th or 6th we go. Due up for the Raiders.
Is too big or small.
Thompson, Caro, and Solis.
Yes, sir.
Back to the top of the order.
Top of the order, and let's see if again we can. McClure, again up to this point, now having pitched a total of 5 innings.
His pitch count's way low.
He's only got 60 pitches. So not really running him deep into any at bat. Doss 74, still not a lot for himself. And
2, 4, 8, 12. He pitched 12 pitches in that last inning in the 5th. Raiders not being very selective on their pitches.
Yeah, and again, part of that, you sort of need to, anything that looking to be close, you better offer at it just because.
Well, too, the umpire has an effect. You have the umpire effect.
What I'm getting at.
Because he's calling those inside pitches that aren't strikes.
Pitches that are literally above the shoelaces, not on top of the shoelaces that low, but just above the shoelaces of the batter, that they're moving out of the way not to be hit,
Or
and yet it's getting called a strike. So
it's calling a strike. And the thing about it is he's lined up in the box with him. So that's kind
how do you call that when it's literally at his chest of the umpire?
Connor Thompson makes his way to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded the third and struck out. And he will take for a ball. McClure from the windup. The 1-0. Inside for a strike. This is hit back.
There we go.
This will be a base hit for Connor Thompson.
There we go. Now we get a leadoff on with a good wrap.
And some good speed.
Yes, Christian Caro, see if he can out of the left side of the box. One of 3 batters that we have here from the left side for Rouse.
And Caro fouls a bunt for a strike. So, another Raider who's having success at the next level, Xander Forcell.
Very nice.
Yeah, he is doing very well.
Good for him.
He's hit
X factor.
He's hit a few over man.
Nice. Oh, never lacking in power was Xander Forcell.
Playing JUCO.
Yeah.
McClure from the stretch. Again, he Caro shows bunt, lays off for ball 1, and that will even things up at 1.
Yep, able to back that bat out of the way with that ball being high.
One. He bunts it foul for strike 2. As Cooper Camacho really came up and played in.
Jacob Solis taking a hit to his on-deck batting percentage and
the
fielding percentage. The umpire turned and looked for who was going to get that.
His first chance, and he takes an error on it.
Oh.
1-2 the count to Caro. The 1-2 pitch, that's outside for ball 2.
And we hope that doesn't reflect in his at-bat coming up if the umpire holds a grudge, man, on having to go get that foul ball himself.
Caro 0 for 2. He is grounded back to the pitcher and flown out to left. This is a high towering fly ball to right center. And that'll be caught by Schneider for out number 1.
Again, even that, not an easy play as he's running in, and the ball just keeps getting further away from him as he's running in with the wind, and catches that in an awkward position, but able to keep it in the glove and not have it bounce or deflect off of the heel of the glove or the sides, as can happen in that situation.
McClure from the stretch. The first pitch to Solis outside for ball 1. One on with 1 out. With Gonzalez on deck. The 1-0 at pitch. Wow. Outside for a strike, believe it or not. One. 2-1 the count. That pitch outside, same location.
And then I knew what's this freshman's name.
Same location, all 3 pitches.
Yeah, all 3, and two of which
he should be ball 4 and on base right now, but
2 of which called balls, but Check
Check
swing.
swing and a foul for strike 2, and the count goes full.
Good thing there he is able to stay alive. I think that would have probably been called a strike even if he not had offered at it. Not quite to Solis's liking, to his eye. Didn't fit his eye on that one, so.
The payoff pitch, that's high for ball 4. And Solis draws the walk. And that puts runners in scoring position for Mason Gonzalez.
And that is going to draw a quick visit to the mound from Coach Huffman.
Gonzalez has walked and has popped up to short.
Love to let everybody know if we do have somebody up in the bullpen, but we can't see them from here.
Yeah, on either side, we can't see.
There
she is.
Have all the
Miss Kathleen Forcell.
Just giving props to your boy, for his success that he's having at the next level. So, always love to see it. Love to see it. Anybody that does have any updates for us, feel free to jump in on the chat line for former players, alumni of the
Blake Gonzalez comes to the plate. Digs in from the left side.
Two on and one out. Great opportunity here for the Raiders to break the ice.
First pitch down the middle for a strike, and that's the one you want.
That's the one right there. Great pitch. And again, looking at how far off Richardson is out there in left field, I'd love to see something just popped right down the line. And
this is hit deep to center, shallow center, not deep. And that will hold everybody. 2 away for Andrew Sanchez. Sanchez has sacrificed and grounded to second. Neither team able to scratch a run as of yet.
Yeah, I've had multiple runners make it all the way to third, and not able
pitch just a little high for ball 1.
Yeah, not able to make that last 90 feet happen from either side.
It's like when he's about to put ski.
The 1-0. This is a towering fly ball toward right. Catharia underneath it. He'll make the catch, and that will do it for the Raiders. They get no runs on 1 hit. They leave 2. And after 5.5, we're still scoreless in Cedar Park. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Raiders have stranded 6.
Doss making his way out for another inning of work here in the 6th.
Cedar Park has stranded 5 so far through this contest, but they've yet to bat the 6th. Due up, Cuevas, McClure, and Alonzo.
Yeah, again, just ample opportunities on both sides, just nobody able to bring it home. And so no defensive changes here for the Raiders.
Jack Doss back out on the mound to pitch the 6th. We're an hour and 25 in this contest.
That's what happens when you don't have a lot of offense and a lot of runs being scored. The innings have a tendency to move along a little bit quicker.
That'll bring up Hudson Cuevas. Cuevas has sacrificed to center and walked. First pitch, that's fouled off for strike one.
Yeah, in comparison, Hayes' game from last Friday was finished after 6 innings, final score 14-3, but it went 2.5 hours.
All right. The 0-1, that's low for a ball. This is slapped to left.
And that's going to be a double at least.
A double for Cuevas.
Yeah. Good shot down the left field line there for Cuevas.
That is the first extra base hit of the game.
Number 5, Kyle McClure.
And Coach Crimping is going to call time.
I think I did see him motioned for somebody to go start getting warmed up, but I have not seen anybody walk to the bullpen. Okay, yeah, now we have is that Joe Burry was going to the
to catch?
I mean, maybe to catch, but I don't know. He was making his way to the bullpen.
That'll bring up Kyle McClure. McClure is 0 for 2. He has struck out and flown out to center.
Ready, Nate?
Swing and a miss for strike one.
It's multiple batters in a row for Cedar Park, looking like they're expecting first pitch fastball strike, and they're offering, and both times they have just come up empty on a ball that's been a bit away.
This is hit out to left. Adrian Graves in on it. He'll make the catch, and that will retire McClure. One away for Damian Alonso. Alonso is 1 for 2. He has flown out to right and singled. Owen Mansfield on deck.
Again, as this evening goes on, wind's starting to die down a little bit more.
Well, Coach hollered at his infielders.
Yeah, trying to position them.
As nobody is holding Cuevas on. Breaking ball inside for ball one.
The fans just now, if everybody can hear that, how was that a ball? Knowing what they've seen, I guess, called tonight.
Right, yeah. The 1-0. This is hit foul for strike one. That'll even things up at 1.
He's Coach Huffman over there trying to make an attempt at the foul ball. Came up empty.
One count to Alonso. Slider outside for ball 2.
Yeah, Pruitt really wanted that one as he shook his head just a little outside. Great pitch, though. Great attempt to see if to draw the swing and miss. But again, Cedar Park batters being very patient.
And Alonso calls time and will step out.
But not being patient with the waiting game. As this is the second time he's called time. And
the 2-1, swing and a miss as he chases some high cheese. Looked like a meatball coming at him.
Yeah, it did. Stayed up.
2-2.
Stayed up in the zone, and he swung right underneath it. Now you go low and away.
That's hit back to Doss. He'll throw to first, and that will do it. 1-3 on the put out of Alonso, but that will move Cuevas over to third.
Now
2 away.
Number 8, Owen Mansfield.
Mr. Green Shoes, Owen Mansfield, sporting the Cedar Park green on his kicks.
Mansfield 0 for 2. He is grounded to second and flown out to center. Swing and a miss as he chases the fastball outside.
And that's the third swing and miss on a first pitch of this inning.
Swing and a miss for strike 2.
And now again, getting ahead, looking at 0-2. We'll see what he calls up here and dials up. Does Jack Doss see if he can get a swing and a miss here?
This is a poke out towards right, and that is going to go foul. Fortunately.
Yeah,
it was
it was
very close to the line. It looked like it could have.
A little over a foot foul. Definitely some
Gonzalez
green.
was going to try to catch it over.
Yeah, he
back.
was the closest one to it, as that just did not have a lot. It was more of just he threw his hands at that, just trying to stay alive and able to get a piece of it.
0-2 the count. That is hit down to first. That'll be played by Gonzalez. He'll step on the bag.
Defensively there.
3-U.
And again, able to avoid the
Timberwolves get no runs on one hit. They leave one. And on to the 7th we go. We're scoreless here in Cedar Park. Due up for the Raiders in the 7th. Arribas, Pruitt, and Graves. That is your 6, 7, and 8 hitters. That's the second time that we've had an inning lead off this way.
Yeah, and only a total of 6 hits recorded in this game by both sides through 6 complete innings. Well, again, McClure makes his way back out. And rightfully so, because pitch count wise, McClure is at 78 total through 6. Flip side of that, Jack Doss 88 total, so only 10 more.
See, they haven't given Rouse their second hit. Rouse has 2 hits.
I know.
I only has 4.
Yep. So they're giving extra hits to there. It's okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We know what the reality is of.
But we have the book
of baseball.
We have the book right here.
Now that
real book, because I mean they think they have the book.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's just a scoreboard guide up there. So
yeah.
But I've got the book right here. Kyle McClure out to pitch the 7th. He will face Adolfo Arribas.
Yeah, man, a good cut at that. Fouled it off right back into Washburn.
Arribas has been hit by a pitch and singled.
And Coach Huffman coming over to check on his catcher, make sure he's good. All right.
0-1 the count to Arrives. Pruitt on deck. Pitch low for ball one.
Right through his 5-6 hole.
The gap. That's off the glove of Cuevas. That's a base hit.
And again, Cuevas is so fast over there. He still flew out of nowhere, diving and trying to come up with that ball, although there would have been no chance, even if had he fielded it, to get
21, Carson Pruitt.
Arrives at first.
Another hit for Rouse hitting, and still the scoreboard doesn't show it as a hit.
Yeah, they're not going to count it as an error. They're not going to count it as a hit.
Yeah, there they go.
Look at this, Huffman taking the advantage of a quick timeout called by Krimping. Krimp is actually looking to put Burry in to run for Arrives.
So he'll pinch run for Arrives. A little more speed on the base path.
Yeah, I mean, not that I think Arrives is lacking in speed, but Burry is definitely faster. You know, and again, Pruitt having himself a great outing in that 14-3 win against the Hayes Hawks last Friday night. Hope to see a little bit more.
Bunt. He is grounded to short. He shows bunts again, lays off for ball one. That pitch way outside for ball two.
If Pruitt able to advance and get on here, we would have another pinch runner or courtesy runner.
2-0, he'll lay off for ball three.
That looked like a really good pitch there that was not called, and hard to say whether that was down, low, or up. Again, just, you know, even though we are at field level here, we've got the blocked by both the home plate umpire and catcher.
And again, Pruitt shows bunt. That pitch.
Oh,
yeah, that's where he's been calling the strike.
Yep. Pruitt ducks away not to be hit and gets called strike.
3-1 the count. That pitch way outside for ball four. And that'll put two on with nobody out.
And
Here
again,
in the top of the seventh for
the runner.
Adrian Graves.
Number 3, Adrian Graves.
Graves is 0 for 2. He has struck out looking and flown out to right.
And courtesy runner will
be
be
the catcher. That is going to be Mott.
Colton Mott makes his way in to run for our catcher, Carson Pruitt. Carson Pruitt doing a great job there of pitch recognition and drawing the walk on 5 pitches. I think it was more like a 5-ball walk, but, you know.
Let's show bunt and lay off for a ball.
Well, he watched that all the way and drew that bat back about as late as you could. Is that Comorn?
Is that Comorn?
That's Comorn. Jordan Comorn coming in
for Scott Knight
to hit for Scott Knight. Comorn coming in off of being cleared to swing the bat off of a preseason early injury.
Graves shows bunt again and takes low for ball 2.
And I'm about to say, I would suspect that there would be a visit here pretty quick from Huffman. And just as I'm about to say that, here he comes. And obviously would love to settle his guy down. He's not high in his pitch count, but at this point, he has now been struggling for multiple guys in a row. He does not want to let this one get away from him, as he has been able to really hold tight defensively and pitching in what looks to be a very close game here, or sorry, what looks to that it will be a close game once it's all said and done. No runs having been scored up to this point. And once again,
Graves with a 2-0 count.
pitch runners at second, Joe Burry.
2 on with nobody out.
Colton Mott, pitch running, or courtesy runner.
He shows
there's
bunt.
a strike.
And that pitch in for a strike.
Yeah.
2-1 the count.
Corner infielders are in, playing the bunt.
And he bunts this one foul.
Actually, threw the bat at that one, which was over his head. Would have been ball 3 if he'd have just let it go. But now instead we have a 2-2 count. And no outs.
Two the count. McClure from the stretch, the 2-2 pitch. This is hit to right.
And just not deep enough to be able to get the runner, to advance. The ball was hit very solid, but right at Kotharia out in right field.
This will bring up Comorn and Connor Thompson on deck. 1 away with 2 on.
Number 4, Jaden Comorn.
Jordan.
Way to go, Jaden. So, yeah, we got a new name. That pitch high and inside for ball 1. Now, I won't ding him too hard for that because some of our lineups are hard to read.
You got it. It's very small print.
That pitch outside for ball 2.
And, the letters get bunched together, and yes, sir, for sure. Oh, wear it. Wear it. Able to duck away from that.
3-0 the count.
Ball 3 was Jordan Comorn.
That pitch in for a strike.
Right. Yeah. We have a runner.
And Mom is on her heels trying to catch him. That's low.
Oh, yeah, don't call it. He stood up like he was ready to call that strike and thought twice of it. And on to bases loaded, ball 4.
Bases loaded for Connor Thompson.
Oh, they finally registered one of the other hits. Love to see something here out in the grass.
Thompson 1 for 3. McClure comes set. He'll deal. Wow. At the ankles for a strike. Christian Caro on deck. That is hit back up toward the middle. Throw home is in time as Cuevas goes home with it.
Yeah, again, all the infield is in, playing in on the grass just for that reason. Anything sharply hit gives them an opportunity to make the throw home to get the force.
4-2.
Christian Caro.
Runners. Bases loaded for Caro. Caro is 0 for 3. That pitch high and outside.
Yeah.
Washburn now calls his own timeout to go have a meeting with McClure. Possibly talk strategy here. Oh, they did. Look at that. They registered.
Oh, yep.
They fixed it. Somebody talking to the press box.
That pitch outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count to Caro. Caro shows bunt. He'll lay off and take for a strike.
And switch off.
2-1 the count.
McClure has the sign. The 2-1. This is hit out to shallow left, and that'll be caught by Mansfield to end the Raider 7th. They get no runs on 1 hit. They leave them loaded.
Yeah, best opportunity for the Rouse Raiders offense there presented itself. 2 on and no outs, and then getting bases loaded and not being able to plate a run in that inning, in their half of the inning.
Due up for the Timberwolves. Catharia, Richardson, and Washburn. That is your 7, 8, and 9 hitters. As Jack Doss makes his way back to the mound to pitch the 7th.
Yeah, and that, I believe, was probably the longest inning for McClure thus far. And, yeah, that was quite a few pitches in that inning. I think he had 78 coming into the inning. He is now at 102.
Yep. So
almost
we
a
can
30
move to the 8. We will see a new pitcher most likely.
He's, again, the rule there is 110 total pitches allowed. They can start a batter and finish the batter even if they do exceed that 110 pitch count. Again, we'll see what Coach Huffman elects to do, as McClure has really thrown a great game up to this point, although giving himself a little bit more of a scare there in the 7th, having walked multiple.
Now batting, number 17, Kyan Catharia.
Kyan Catharia makes his way to the plate. He is 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded to short. Batting from the left side. He will take for ball 1. Pitch high for ball 2.
Yeah, would love to see Doss go right at Catharia here.
That's inside for ball 3.
Let's go, Jenny. Okay, Jenny. Yeah, I love you, Jenny. Let's give up hard time.
Doss from the windup, the 3-0. That's down the middle for a strike.
Great pitch. Knowing he's up against it. Got to pitch for strikes here. Or pitch to contact.
That pitch gets the inside corner for strike 2, and the count goes full. The payoff pitch, that's low for ball 4.
Only his second walk issued.
The lead
Doss.
Lead off aboard
Now batting.
and the winning run.
Richardson.
Love to see a double play here from the Raider defense.
Pruitt gives the sign. Actually, he'll step up and
Little quick reset.
Doss from the stretch. Throw over to first.
Oh, that ball gets away.
Gets away from Gonzalez and sees Catharia advance down to second on the E1.
Takes away the double play.
Always the other person. Dad boy. Jack took
You ready to bounce, Carson?
Richardson awaiting his first pitch still. He'll bunt this one. He'll tag. Gonzalez
Great job of Mason Gonzalez to hold on to that ball.
Now the sack bunt will work.
Now batting.
That'll go 3U.
Brandon Washburn.
That'll bring up Washburn, runner at third. Washburn is 1 for 2. He has singled and struck out. And that's going to be it for Jack Doss.
And in comes
6 1/3.
Here comes Colby Driscoll. Is now making his way in to relieve Jack Doss. And Colby Driscoll not wearing number 8. He's wearing number 2 tonight. In case you didn't see that. Colby Driscoll coming in off of his 3-inning performance that he had Saturday in a non-district game. Quick review. Jack Doss exit the game, having gone 6 1/3 innings, allowing 5 hits, more like 4 hits. No earned runs with nobody scored up to this point. 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. Of course, that 1 walk is the potential winning run that sits at third. He did this all on 95 pitches, 61 for strikes. So, again, a really good, effective outing here for Jack Doss.
Getting his warm-ups in is Mr. Driscoll. Due up, Washburn and Schneider. That's your 9
And then
and 1 hitters.
hitter.
So, well, the peacock. Somebody has peacocks around here, and ever since I've came to this
Yeah, and as loud as that
field,
is,
since way back in what, 2010? Washburn 1 for 2. As I mentioned earlier, he's singled and struck out.
all right, infield is all in it, playing the grass once again, similarly to what Cedar Park did in the last game or last inning. Any ground
Swing
ball.
and a miss as he chases a high fastball.
Any ground ball, they're trying to cut that down and get the throw to home plate to stop the winning run from scoring.
Swing and a miss on a pitch down and away for strike 2. Driscoll steps off and he will reset. The 0-2, that's down and away for ball 1.
And Pruitt, great job there, stopping that ball, knocking it down, keeping it in front of him, knowing that that was going to be a low pitch to see if they could get a chase.
The 1-2, that is fouled away. Schneider helping out his on-deck fielding percentage.
Well, the ball went right to him. I mean, come on.
Hey, well, he had his chance and he took it.
Didn't even have to move.
The 1-2, that's high for ball 2.
Okay, a few pitches to play with here. No harm, no foul.
Winning run just 90 feet away. Raiders need to get out of this jam. 2-2 the count to Washburn. He is fouling that one off.
Fouling off and spoiling a great pitch from Colby Driscoll. Great battle here.
Pitch down and away for ball 3, and the count goes full.
Next pitch.
He was eating something. Carson. Like, oh, I can't clean. I get the they were behind you. No, he was after that.
There it is.
For strike 3 call.
Great pitch. Painting the inside of the plate there.
That'll bring up
Now that number 3.
Bryce Schneider. Schneider is flown out to center. He is singled and sacrifice bunted.
And they're going ahead and elect to go ahead and put Schneider on. They have issued a
intentional walk.
Intentional. Now, what that allows for is
a double play. Well,
they don't need a double play, but that puts an out at second or first.
Super Camacho.
Camacho has reached on an error. He is sack bunted and he is flown out to center. He fouls this one back for a strike.
Oh, and
uh-oh.
Well, he made the move over there to go get it, but he saw.
Cuevas takes the hit.
Yeah.
He could have told him, no, I got it. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Yeah, pure fastball there. Big swing and a miss from Camacho.
The 0-2, that's high for ball 1.
And, of course, the runner does advance. On a defensive indifference, no throw. Not really worried about that.
The only one that matters is right there.
Yes, sir. Not worried about that guy running.
He scores, it's game over. 1-2 the count to Camacho. Pruitt gives the sign. The 1-2, that's high and outside for ball 2.
And again.
And Pruitt doing a little bit of work back there.
Yep, having a few pitches, but Pruitt, great job as always. Very solid defensively as a catcher is Carson Pruitt.
The 2-2, that's high for ball 3. And Camacho, who was an 0-2 count, has now worked it full.
Yeah, again, back-to-back here. Pitchers, or back-to-back full counts.
The payoff pitch. This is fouled back.
And shoot, two. Go Red Rose. And shoot. Squeeze the Carson.
Driscoll toes in. The payoff pitch. That's in on the hands and fouled back. This time, Cuevas takes care of it. Helps his on-deck fielding percentage. What an at-bat.
Yes, what a great battle we've got going on here, folks.
Driscoll comes set. The payoff pitch. This is cut on and hit out to center. Connor
Thompson's underneath it.
And we are headed to extra.
And just like that, we are through regulation play here.
And neither team, a stranger to extras. Has
not this season.
Rouse had a 13-inning game last week, and Cedar Park had a 15-inning game right here on this field.
Yep. Rouse on Tuesday night runs 13 innings, 5 hours of gameplay.
We're 2 hours and 2 minutes into this contest. On to the 8th we go. Due up for the Raiders in the 8th, Solis, Gonzalez, and Sanchez. We expect to see a new pitcher. Looks like Bryce Schneider will come on to pitch. So who's out in center field?
Yep, Bryce Schneider and center field.
Move 5 over. 5 has come in. Oh, that is Kyle McClure, right?
I can't.
That's 5, I believe, out there.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's 9.
No, that's what I was saying. It's not McClure. It's number 9, which is Connor Norris. Connor Norris has now gone into center field. And we still have Tanner Richardson out in left. And Cayenne Catharia out in right.
So that's the only defensive change.
It's the only defensive change. Damian Alonso, Cooper Camacho, and yep, catcher still Brandon Washburn. So
Jacob Solis will make his way to the plate. He is 0 for 2. He has flown out to center, left, and walked. He was left stranded back in the 6th.
And Chicago has left the building as we are now pretty much
just a
windless, just a very light breeze. Well, the flags are moving a little bit more, though.
Yeah. So there is airflow, but not like it was earlier.
Yeah, just trying to get your defensive charts down was a chore earlier.
First pitch to Solis. Now, he hasn't called that low pitch a strike over the middle of the plate all day.
Nope, it's all been inside.
Nothing in 1 the count. That one was a strike, and now he's down in the count 0-2.
Whenever you're like, it's a perfect game.
It's cut on and hit over to center. Booted by
When he throws it away. Oh, no. Get there. Okay.
We'll pick up. That will be an E5.
Well, and Damian Alonso told Camacho to hold the ball and not throw it. He was hands up telling him, hold up. Camacho let it fly anyway, and sure enough, trying to rush the throw, throws it over the head of Alonso, and
he commits 2 errors in that play.
Just like that, leadoff runner is at second.
E5 and E5.
And gets both of those off of errors. Yes,
he
sir.
reached on the error and advanced on it on another error.
Yeah, good solid hit. Just was a tweener on the hop that Camacho didn't run up on.
This is hit down to third. This is played by Camacho.
And yes, and nobody's covering second base.
Yeah.
As now Mason Gonzalez is able to advance to second on just a comedy of errors here defensively for Cedar Park.
And so,
wow, what's an unfold there?
Reaches on another error.
Yeah, Mason Gonzalez slaps it at Camacho. Camacho fields the ball.
3 errors committed by Camacho.
Well, that wasn't an error on Camacho. That was the first baseman was not covering his bag. Camacho threw it to first base, but the first baseman was trying to run backwards, backpedaling, trying to get to the bag, and he dropped the ball that was thrown to him. So I'm gonna say E3 on that.
Yeah, E3. I'm sorry, E3.
And again, Cuevas is all over the field. Cuevas doing what he can here to be there to help, and gets that ball and almost gets the throw. And lead runner.
That'll bring up Andrew Sanchez, who is sack bunted. He is grounded to second, and he has flown out to right.
I'd love to see
in for a ball.
Andrew Sanchez hit here.
This is
a foul.
Hit down the third baseline, foul for a strike. Good idea, though.
Yes, it was. Again, ball inside from Schneider, and Andrew turns on that, just hits it foul.
1-1 the count to Sanchez. Schneider winds and deals.
That's a hit.
To the center field. This will score
2. Mason. Oh, why did he hold him? Oh, Coach Crimpine holding Mason, not realizing the ball had actually got away from the center fielder. Again, and that is Connor Norris. Wasn't able to field that cleanly, but Coach had already put up the stop sign for Mason Gonzalez.
Note that he still could have sent him and he would have scored.
Yes, sir. I mean, no doubt in my mind he could have easily scored, but we still are able to get away with no.
We're going to have
a
pinch runner
for Andrew Sanchez.
And I believe that
is back to being Mott.
As Mott was a courtesy runner, now he's a pinch runner, so this will burn him after that.
But great piece of hitting there from Andrew Sanchez, just staying at it. It's been struggling as of late, and just such a positive player and positive kid, young man, and doing great job there going with the ball the other way.
Yeah, Rivas will stand in. He will take for ball 1.
And that
and Rivas is 2 for 2. He is singled twice and been hit by a pitch.
And walked.
No, he hasn't walked.
Or pinch, sack.
He's been hit by a pitch.
Right. But he's had more than 3 at bats.
No, this is his 4th at bat. 1-1 the count. I've got he singled in the 2nd, hit by a pitch in the 5th, and he singled in the 7th.
Okay. All right.
That is fouled back and out of play for strike 2.
Just felt like he should have had more at bats.
1-2 the count. The pitch. That's way outside for ball 2, and that will even things up. Snyder comes set. The 2-2 pitch. That's in the turf for ball 3, and the count goes full.
Yeah, great job. Rodriguez letting his runners know, do not advance. The ball did not get away from Washburn far enough.
The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Strike 2. 3. Yep. All right.
As he chased a high fastball.
Yeah, high in fastball, and
that'll bring up Carson Pruitt. He is sack bunted. He is grounded to short, and he has walked. You know, as aggressive as Coach is, I'm surprised that he held Gonzalez up. Pruitt shows bunt, leaves his bat out there for a strike. Runners on the corners.
Yeah, I
with
think
1 out.
Again, he also was not watching the play, expecting that to be fielded, cleanly, and not expecting off of the 1 hop to get away from Norris.
One pitch high and inside for ball 1. 1-1 the count to Pruitt. Schneider comes set. And he will step off and reset.
Of course, Raiders not going to be comfortable with just 1 run here. They'd love to add to this lead and open up the gates here. Again, only 1 out.
Adrian Graves on deck. Pruitt shows bunt and fouls it off on a pitch that would have been a ball.
Ball, yep. Again, just
pitch that was outside. All right, you got to do work, kid.
All right, next pitch to 1.
The 1-2. This is popped up.
should go foul.
Will go out of play.
Yeah, drifts foul. Definitely still some
more
more
on his horse over there.
Yeah.
If that would have been in close to the fence, he would have had a play.
Yeah, he's a very good defensive player out there in right field is Kathari.
1-2 the count to Pruitt. Lott takes off. That pitch high is he's about 20 feet short of the bag. But fortunately, there was no throw down.
Well, I think that was the attempt there. I think it was an intentional slide early, trying to get to draw the throw, and they were perfectly fine with letting him take that base. Love to see a hit here from Pruitt as well.
This is hit back up. Yes. This will score 2. Mott is rounding third, and he will
There
score
we go.
easily.
2 more in.
That'll be a 2 RBI single for Carson Pruitt.
Kaspar strikes again. Would love to see a hit here from Pruitt. Pruitt is now being relieved by Spates. right? In that Spates?
Yep. Jake Spates.
We're getting them.
Courtesy running for the catcher.
Francis, we're getting them. We're getting these
yeah.
numbers down.
We're getting them down.
Jake Spates comes in now as the new courtesy runner for Pruitt, who has now reached and scored 2 RBIs, bringing this to a 3-0 lead.
That pitch into the dirt for ball 1. Or turf, excuse me. I'm surprised you didn't correct me on that.
The brown turf?
The brown turf. 1-0.
That's a strike.
A strike.
Yeah,
I mean, he's called that a strike pretty much all evening.
I mean, I'm saying that one was just because it wasn't quite crazy inside, but
1-1 the count to Graves. Graves is 0 for 3.
It's another one down.
Right center. Spates will round second and head to third.
Okay, now the guys are finding their way into hitting these balls down and not getting them up in the air, allowing the wind to keep them held up and allowing the fielders to run underneath them. And we've seen 3 hits now, almost all identical out there to right center.
Coach Huffman going to call time.
And again, folks, all this off of just 1 out. Still here now in first of extra innings, top of the 8th. And
runners on the corners.
That is now going to see Schneider retired for the evening. Coach Huffman is...
And we have a new pinch hitter for... No, we don't. Knight's back.
That's Connor.
Yeah, that's Connor.
And number 5 is now making his way onto the field. And number 5 is Kyle McClure. No.
Yes.
Kyle McClure can't come back in. No.
Yes, he can.
He can.
He
was a starter. He can re-enter. But he is actually going in at first.
And they're bringing
Alonzo
in
is now. So Damian Alonzo is moving from first to pitch. And Kyle
Schneider
McClure
goes back out to center.
Yeah, Kyle McClure has come in, re-entered the game, which, again, he is allowed to do because he is a starter. Re-entering the game to play first. Snyder makes his way back out to center field. Did you get all that?
Got it. Damian Alonzo.
Not to be confused with Pete Alonso, right?
And 5, Kyle McClure. Due up for the Raiders, Knight, Thompson, and Carl.
And, of course, he'll get his pitches in, and we'll revisit the night here for the first of the relievers on the Cedar Park side. Bryce Schneider goes 1/3 of an inning, allowing 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 strikeout, no walks, and no hit batters. But again, those 4 hits is enough to see him exit after only recording 1 out.
Knight has walked once and
yeah, it works. And it works. That is why you do the delayed steal. The delayed steal works to perfection there. As Adrian Graves baits them into getting caught in a rundown, sitting over at third. Is Jake Spates and slides in under the tag.
That pitch high and outside for ball 1.
High and outside. That was beyond outside as that actually went behind the batter, Scott Knight. Still able to be caught by Washburn.
Right?
That was the first pitch, yes. No, it was not. That was the second pitch. Sorry, it was 1-1 was the count. Because his first pitch was called a strike on the throw.
4-3 on the putout of Knight for out number 2.
6, Connor Thompson.
That'll bring up Connor Thompson.
But that does work to advance the runner. Adrian Graves now makes his way over to third
base.
And I did not do that. I apologize. There's 4 runs in now. I did not tally that last run by Jake Spates.
Alonzo winds and deals. That's high for ball 1. Thompson hit into a fielder's choice his last time up. He has a single, a strikeout, and he's grounded to third. This is fouled back out of play, and that will take the count 1-1.
Christian Carl not really wanting to go get that foul ball.
Alonzo from the windup. The 1-1 pitch. That's high for ball 2. 2-1. That pitch outside for ball 3. Christian Caro on deck. Washburn gives the sign, the 3-1. That's low for ball 4. And Thompson will draw the walk. That'll bring up Christian Caro. Caro is 0 for 4 on the night. He has popped up to short. He has flown out to center, flown out to right, and he is grounded back to the pitcher.
Now batting number 12, Christian Caro.
Go like sit on a wall. Yeah.
The Raiders have batted around. He will take for a strike. Caro, the 9th batter of the inning. The 0-1. This is hit into right field. This will score another run. Thompson will hold up at second. An RBI single for Christian Caro.
One more run is plated here in the top of the 8th inning. The floodgates have opened. Guess they were just saving all their hits for the extra innings. The reverse of the last Tuesday night game with Hayes, where they did all their hitting in the first 7 innings, and then
that'll bring up Solis. He started this inning off by reaching on the error. That pitch high and outside. That pitch high and inside. 2-0.
Again, 2 on, 2 outs.
Alonzo comes set from the stretch. The 2-0. That pitch down and away for ball 3. The 3-0 pitch. That's down the middle for a strike. Three and 1 the count to Solis. Thompson trying to draw a balk out there.
he scampered down the line there and tried to get into the eyesight.
That pitch gets the outside corner for strike 2, and the count works full.
Solis feeling that he had drawn the walk there and had to gather himself again and get back in the box for the next pitch.
Payoff pitch, hit and run. That was fouled off.
Hope he's got good insurance. Oh, come on.
Got some good speed on the base path.
I threw it up there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. I was focused on something else. Mason Gonzalez
said it was a hit and run. I said, I hope he has good insurance.
That will hit him to load the bases. That's the second hit batter of the night by Timberwolf pitching. Bases are loaded.
Number 9, Mason Gonzalez.
For Mason Gonzalez, and Coach Huffman will call time.
Yeah, they battled so much in this game, and just you can tell they're just a bit deflated.
If anybody knows how the Lady Raiders did tonight versus Smithson Valley, please let us know in the chat. And we do have
That's
another
13,
change.
who is Tanner Richardson, who was in left field.
Oh,
when
we
did he
missed the
come
change.
in?
How did we miss that? No, 13's out there. Do we? No, this is number 10.
Oh,
Number
10.
10.
Wow, that looked like a 3 when he was running. Okay, so number 10 is Aiden Herrera. Aiden Herrera, number 10. A-I-D-N. Aiden
Alonzo
Herrera.
goes 1/3.
Yeah, and so we've got 2/3 of relief help here in this inning.
Andrew Sanchez on deck. Mason Gonzalez coming to the plate.
And again, Damian Alonzo, as you just mentioned, went a third, allowed 1 hit, no strikeouts, and 2 walks. How many hits do you show that we have?
Just 1 second.
Just real. I mean, just wanted
Mr. Raider, let me
to check against the
one,
game changer here.
2, 3,
Now pitching for Cedar Park, number 10, Aiden Herrera.
4, 5, 6. I show 6.
6.
They have us as 7.
Yeah, they have it at 9 in the 9 hits in the.
They don't know what they're talking about.
In the
You know what they did? They probably counted the ones where we reached on errors.
Well, they still have 2 errors recorded.
Nah, I don't
for Cedar Park.
That
Which we know there's more than 2 errors.
Gets the outside corner for a strike. Gonzalez reached on an error his last time up and came around to score. That pitch high and outside from Herrera for ball 1. Bases loaded for Mason Gonzalez.
Cleanup hitter.
Aiden Herrera on the mound for the Timberwolves. From the windup, that pitch outside for ball 2.
Big Gonzo.
Big Gonzo.
Looking to bring in a few more runs here to pad the numbers for the
we've been getting
Raiders.
The chat hadn't been working.
Oh.
But now I've X'd out of it, and that pitch high and outside for ball 3. 3-1 the Kansas.
Asking everybody to chime in, and we got all kinds of people chiming in. Do what we can to get everybody's comments.
That pitch way outside, but gets it. Okay, I apologize, folks. For whatever reason, we weren't getting the chats through, but we are now. Payoff pitch. That's high for ball 4, and that will walk in a run on a bases loaded walk.
Kid Hill chiming in.
Kid Hill chiming in, and then somebody chimed, sir, are you intoxicated, Mr. Announcer? Or on any prescriptions? I'm not sure what that's about.
Wow. Okay.
brother.
Good stop, Cookie Pruitt. Rouse down 3-1 in soccer. Thank you, Don, for letting us know that.
And a swing and a miss there for Pitt. Bring the count even.
1-1. This is fouled back, and Sanchez down in the count 1-2. Michelle Nelson checking in. Great job, Raiders. Just curious, is it windy there? It has been windy.
It's been very windy.
We called it Chicago, formerly known as Cedar Park. Herrera winds and deals, swing and a miss on strike 3, and the Raider 8th is over. But the Raiders get 6 runs.
Yeah, and again,
6 runs on 3 hits.
Very long.
And they leave them loaded. On to the bottom we go.
Colby Driscoll back in to see if he can finish this game out. Coming in
up
relief.
Cuevas, McClure, and Alonso. That's your 3, 4, and 5 hitters.
Yeah, really long wait there for Colby Driscoll.
Great to have Mr. Kithill on with us. No, way to go.
Yeah, look at how many in our bet.
Don Miller, Smithson Valley is up 1-0. So, yeah, I'm going back. I can see all of them. I call it on time. When is it okay to steal when playing baseball? That is from Nona. So that's why I couldn't see anything. I had to X out of the chat and then go back into it, and then I could see everything. So.
What lights just went out?
But I'm utilizing Jonathan's phone and not mine, so we swapped because
your phone and my phone are being almost identical.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Yours wasn't working on the chat. I had to get in and get out. Need 3 outs. Finish it. Hudson Cuevas has walked. He has sack flied to center and doubled.
And has played some outstanding defense over there at second base.
Absolutely.
He has been all over the field.
First pitch inside for ball 1.
Own it too.
Brushed him off the plate there.
Raiders leading this one 5-0 going into the bottom of the 8th. Swing and a miss as he chases a fastball.
Cuevas hitting a very deep ball his last at bat, I believe.
1-1. This is hit over to third. Knight has it. Throw to first in time. 5-3. On the putout. That'll bring up Kyle McClure. McClure is 0 for 3. He has struck out, flown out to center, and flown out to left.
He has stayed in at first base.
That goes to the backstop for ball 1.
Almost an automatic ball return there. Pruitt just turned around and waited for the ball to roll back to him.
1-0, high and inside for ball 2. Damian Alonso on deck. 3-0. The pitch misses for ball 3. That pitch in for a strike. That is fouled off for strike 2, and the count works full.
And it will be Aiden Herrera that's on deck now because Damian has exited the game. He came in relief to pitch. McClure covered for him, but Damian Alonso did not go back to first, and McClure stayed in the game.
Right. That pitch high and inside for ball 4. That'll bring up good Aiden Herrera. This will be his first at bat of the night. Swing and a miss for strike one.
Okay.
It's high for ball one. The 1-1, that gets the outside corner for strike two. Driscoll has the sign. The 1-2.
Great
looking.
pitch. Goes right back to the same pitch that was called strike two. And
How about number 8?
Herrera, welcome to the game with his first at bat. Just
Cedar Park
caught
down
frozen.
to their last out as Owen Mansfield comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3. He is grounded to second, flown out to center, and grounded to first. He will take for a ball. The 1-0.
And a high
Fly ball to center.
powering fly ball.
Connor Thompson tracks it. He makes the catch, and that's your ball game, folks. Your Rouse Raiders have defeated the Cedar Park Timberwolves in extras in 8 innings, 5-0.
6, 5, 5, 6, 5. Didn't they score one more? I could have swore they scored 6.
Yeah, I've got 6.
Yeah, they scored
It's
6.
6.
They're
I'm
not
looking at
giving us hits.
Maybe
They're not giving us runs.
No, it says 6 on the board there. The red letters isn't. The lights must be out on it. But at any rate,
Okay.
Raiders win 6-0 over the Timberwolves in a shutout, a combined shutout between Jack Doss and Colby Driscoll.
Yes, sir. And
Colby Driscoll gets the win.
yeah, 0-0 through regulation of 7 innings, and it wasn't until they had McClure out of the game and just really nobody threatening. I mean, there was a few times of threatening, but defensively able to get out and just not enough offense produced on either side through the 7 innings until we have the breakout 6-run inning there for Rouse.
Losing pitcher will not be
McClure.
Kyle McClure. That will fall on the shoulders of Bryce Schneider. He will take the loss, and Jonathan will go over the final numbers.
Yes, sir. So pitching for the Cedar Park Timberwolves did see 5 pitchers enter the game. Of course, McClure being the starter, going 7 full innings. The remainers going a third each, allowing a total of 9 hits, again, according to Game Changer. 6 runs scored. They did this on 4 strikeouts and 8 walks in the game, and that's just the brutal side of reality that allowed this to have 5 runs score with, again, only 4 strikeouts and 8 walks. On the flip side, defensive pitching for your Raiders. 6 1/3 innings from Jack Doss, 1 2/3 from Colby Driscoll, allowing a combined 5 hits, no runs, 6 strikeouts, and 4 walks. 2 walks posted by each by Driscoll and Doss. Offensively, your Raiders brought 30 to the plate, getting their 9 hits, scoring 6 runs, 8 walks, and again the 4 strikeouts. Defensively, 2 errors on either side of the game. Actually, I believe there was more than 2 errors on the Cedar Park side. Again, just some of these stats are not quite being caught in full.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's
I can tell you.
to be expected. And, I know of at least 4 errors that we saw in the game on Cedar Park side. And then,
Right.
again, the 2 errors were recorded for Rouse, and that is legit. So, again, big difference from the losses that were posted to Cedar Park or by Rouse to Liberty Hill. Again, pitching and errors was the downfall for the Raiders in those losses, and from that point, they have yet to post another loss. And again, defensively has been really good, not having a lot of errors, and again, not a lot of walks, right? So that's the difference in their scores and their wins versus their losses.
So the game goes 2 hours and 35 minutes as we go through 8 innings.
Which again, 8 innings versus Friday night, 2.5 hours.
And then
last Friday, 2.5 hours for us and 6 innings.
Right.
Same length of time here, but
4 hours and 50 minutes on Tuesday night in a 13-inning game.
13-inning game. I don't know who knows how long the Cedar Park Leander game went with the 15-inning game that they had. So
True that. Be with us again on Friday night as we go back to Raider Field to face the Timberwolves in Game 2 of this series. And I don't think we have a Saturday game this week.
We do not. Then you've got it.
It don't matter.
We do have
at any rate.
Lake Belton will be our next Saturday game. I can tell you that. So.
But it's not this Saturday.
No, it's going to be next Saturday. It's the 12th, and I will not be making that game, Mr. Francis. So you'll have to find a sit-in for me. For
Jonathan, what?
Yeah, I can't make that.
Oh, dude, then I don't know. We may not do that game then. At any rate, we'll see. For Jonathan Kaspar, I'm Michael Francis. Thank y'all for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider Baseball on SHN Sports. We'll see y'all Friday evening. Good night, everybody.